Propel Fitness Water. With Gatorade electrolytes, zero sugar, and vitamins, Propel hydrates better than water to help you get the most out of your workout and get back to your best self. What propels you? Propel with Gatorade electrolytes.
This episode is brought to you by Facebook. So you were scrolling on Marketplace, and there it was, the bike you'd been searching for. You sent a message, and it turned out the seller was super chatty, kind of funny, and an avid cyclist. The next thing you know, you're in a cycling crew. Well, a community cycling group. The thing about Facebook, you might find more than what you're looking for. From a browse to a bike ride, this summer find more on Facebook.
The new LinkedIn Hiring Pro can't undo your last hire, the no-show. Who set you back because they didn't show up on day one, or day two, or ever again. And now your product launch is delayed because you're talking to alien abduction podcasters to track them down. But LinkedIn Hiring Pro can help make sure your next hire sticks. In fact, businesses who use LinkedIn are 24% less likely to reopen a role in the next 12 months. Hire right the first time with LinkedIn Hiring Pro. Post a free job today at linkedin.com/quality.
Coach Unplugged is brought to you by great people over at teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. From the Fifth Quarter Studios in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to Coach Unplugged. Here is your host, Steve Collins.
Hey everybody, happy Monday. Welcome to Coach Unplugged, episode 562. I hope it's nice and warm where you're at. Today we're going to talk to a coach from California, kind of pull back the curtain on the next couple episodes on what teachhoops.com is all about. So go over and check it out. I'm going to tell you two things right now if you're listening to this episode. First thing is we're redoing our website, so I'm super excited about that. It's going to take a little while to do that over the next 5 to 6 weeks. And prices are going to be going up, and I also believe the free trial is going to be going away. So if you're thinking of joining, now is the time. Postseason, after the season's over, is a great time to join our community of like-minded coaches. Not only, I just had a coach email me about starting a youth program and doing some of those things. And as soon as I'm off here, I'm going to respond to him. But make sure you go over and check it out. Also, check out Dr. Dish, the number one shooting machine on the market. You will not be disappointed. I can tell you on Saturday when we had our shooting, quote-unquote shooting practice, we used both of our Dr. Dishes, and it definitely helps our team on a regular basis. So go over and check them out, and let's head off to the podcast. Nice to meet you.
Okay. So, man, I just want to thank you for letting me join your group. I hear your podcasts. I just started hearing them, and I like what you have, and I just need some help.
Okay, no problem. That's why I do it. No problem.
How much time do I have?
As much as you need. As much as you need. I got a conference call with my. You'll love this. I have a conference call with my coaches in about 45 minutes, but I think we'll be done by then. Because we got our big rival on Friday. So it's Martin Luther King Day today. So we're all off work. So we're just so this will work. Whatever you have, go ahead, shoot away.
So I have my notes, but one of our biggest problems right now. Well, let me ask you we have a game at 1 p.m. today, Pacific Standard Time.
Okay.
And I just want to go over a couple of things that I think have been an issue. One is, how do you deal with a big man? My let me tell you about my starting team. My starting team is 5'9", 5'10", 5'9", 6 foot, 6'1". Okay. All right. Maybe 6'1". They're probably both 6 feet.
Okay.
So
I usually take off. When people tell me heights, I usually take off an inch or two.
There you go.
That means you're pretty tiny. Yeah.
We're tiny. We're tiny, and I have 2 varsity returners.
Okay.
Despite that, we were 12-4 10 days ago, and now we're 12-7.
Okay.
We've lost three out of our last 4 games. So what I did with this team was basically, because of my size and because I do have athletes, I teach at kind of an inner city school.
Okay.
I coach in an inner city school. I do have some quick guys. Only have I think of that whole starting group, I don't think anybody's ever played club basketball. So we take rec players and we try to do the best we can with them.
Okay.
But they're athletic. And so what I try to do is give them all kinds of weapons to use. Man, zone, 1-2-2, 1-3-1, 3-2, anything we can do to disrupt another team because of our size and what I'm dealing with.
Yep.
What our team is dealing with.
Yep.
So here's a question. The first question is, how do you deal with a team who has a big 6'7" and they have 2 outside shooters? How would you defend that?
Okay, so let's go back. We'll come back to that for a second. So I think you're doing the right thing with causing chaos with a size like this. Do you have an assistant coach?
I have 2 assistant coaches.
Okay.
One is always there. The other one kind of shows up every once in a while. And that's kind of been new to me because he's actually, just to give you a little background. I heard your podcast. I know you think the best thing to be is on campus, but I'm an off-campus coach, and in California, basically in my county, pretty much everybody's off campus.
Okay.
It's a different world out here.
You're in San Diego?
Yeah, and my kids are all grown up. I'm actually a physician. I'm a doctor. Okay. And I've been coaching high school ball for many years. This is probably my 16th year, but I was mostly an assistant, or I did JV. So this is my second year at the program. I took over a program that won 4 games before I got there. The season before, 4-24. Last year we won one more game. We won 5-23. Okay. And this year
you're doing great this year. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I think my scheduling was a lot smarter too.
Right.
So I have a teacher who's the middle school teacher who's my assistant, and he tries to be there almost always. He's very dependable. Okay. The other guy was somebody who's a teaching assistant at the school, and he was this guy played semi-pro ball, and he's a good guy, but I just don't think he has the time for it. But he tries to shoot.
He's spread too thin. I've had a few of those too. They're trying to do the right thing. So the reason I ask is I like what you're doing with causing chaos. Well, let me ask one more question before I give you a couple things. Can your guys shoot?
No.
Okay.
I have one out of that. Actually, I have. Okay, here it is. I have 2 guys that can shoot. One of them is shooting. He's probably scoring over 20 points a game. He's a sophomore. He's one of the 5'9" guys.
Okay.
He can shoot. He's a gifted shooter.
Okay.
He's gifted. He's elite.
Yep.
And then I have another guy who's one of my 6-foot forwards who we had to move him inside because we had nothing. I mean, he's thick. He's built like a man. He can shoot. But the problem is when I put him outside, he'll maybe hit 1-3 a game, even though he's way gifted to be able to shoot more, but he just doesn't. I don't know why.
You got to give him. Okay, so a couple things with that. So I would give each one of them, like, there's kids on my team that have a green light. There's kids in my team that have a yellow light. And there's kids in my team that have a red light. And then they know where those green, red, and yellow lights work. So I'd give the one kid the green light. I'd give the other one the green light when he's open. And he won't do it. He won't do it. Okay. So the reason I ask that is I think the changing up is perfect. When do you change up? The reason there's a reason I asked about the assistant coaches, but when do you change up? Like, when do you go from your man to your 1-3-1 or your 1-2-2?
Okay, so let's say we start off in man.
Okay.
I'm going to try to think back at Tuesday's game. We started off in man, but their guard, and they had 2 main questions for you today. Besides, I'd love to talk to you forever, but I know it's not possible. But 2 of the questions, and I was just thinking about them for future, is one, they had a very good guard who was penetrating, and we switch. We run SOS. Are you familiar with the SOS defense?
No.
Basically, it's a switching defense. We switch.
Okay.
And so these guys are ball screening, and their guy, we have a really good guard. I mean, he's an athlete. He's a Division I football player recruit. He's already got an offer. He's one of the athletes I'm talking about.
Okay.
And he could take this guy, but we switch, and I have other athletes, but they just couldn't handle this guy, and he would just penetrate. And so when I saw that, I switched to a 1-2-2. Okay, you want to drive, let's see what you can do. That stymied them for a while, but then they kind of figured it out. So then I went to it, 2-3. For a little bit, that didn't work so good because then their outside shooters were finding it. So
you should have. So there's a couple things. You should have switching and non-switching into your.
I haven't.
Yeah, so that's the first thing you should put on your notes, because that's something we're battling with now. Is how do we handle ball screens? How do we do this? It's easier for them. Absolutely. It's easier for them if you're always switching or always not switching. But I think of it as a counter, just like going to a zone. It just gives me another tool in my toolbox. That's the first thing. So I would have one of those assistants track. What we do is if a team scores on us 3 straight times, we're out of it. We're changing.
Hold on. Let me write that down.
Because
our games have been.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Yeah, I want to hear it. 3 straight times and we're out.
Yeah, 3 straight times and we're out. So here's what happens is your instinct, your gut instinct, and I've coached a long time and I'm still wrong sometimes. Like I'll look at my assistant, I go, we should change defenses. And he goes, Steve, we've stopped them 6 straight times. So that means I'm feeling something else, like we're not running our offense, we're not doing this. So I'm a stats. I teach statistics. I teach AP stats in high school. So I'm always thinking numbers. Sometimes the number, your head does not follow the numbers. So if you can have someone track like the number of times that they score or what they're scoring in. So at halftime you can look. Well, there were 5 possessions. They scored 3 times against 2-3. They scored. We had 6 possessions in switching man. And they scored once. When we weren't switching, they scored 4 times out of 7, whatever it is. So it's data for you to look at, especially at halftime or during the game. That will help a lot. I'm telling you.
Track. So basically, have an assistant track.
It's easy. When they score. Yep. What you're in. So like a little, like go on Google Sheets or Google or Excel or something, and just put every defense you have, and then they should just a make or a miss. And then they should just it's easy. It's not like you're asking them to do even a shot chart. It's easy. They'll know what you're in defensively and did the team score or not score. And then you have a column for fast breaks or off turnovers or something that aren't actually you're not in defensive sets. Because those always kind of freak people out to keep the chart.
Say that one more time. I missed that little part. What did you say, Jordan?
Yep. So you have columns for all your defenses, but then you have to have a couple extra columns. One for like turnover, scoring off a turnover, scoring off a transition where maybe you don't get your defensive set. When people are keeping that chart, it freaks them out the first time because, what was that? Well, it was in transition, or we turned the ball over at half court and they scored. Well, you're not really in your 2-3 or your 1-3-1 or your man. So that goes in a different column. You just want to keep track of those. Hey, everybody. I hope you're enjoying the podcast. A couple things. First of all, we would love if you would leave a review, subscribe, and like. Those are nice. We'd also love if you came over and joined teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. I promise you'll probably get an email from me in a video welcoming you within 24 hours. Also, if you're wanting to help us with hosting fees and those things, and it doesn't cost you anything, you can go down below and hit our affiliate link for Amazon. Every time you go shopping on Amazon, we'll get a small little commission. So that's really easy to do. Also, make sure, and I don't mention this a lot, make sure you go over and check out our YouTube channel, Teach Hoops. There's thousands of videos over there to kind of help you become a better basketball coach. All right, let's head back to the podcast. Those track of makes and misses and stuff like that. That will really help you as far as when to change. And I think you did the right thing with the guy that was scoring and getting to the rack. The only thing is, I would think there's times where we stick on guys. Like there's a guy we're playing Friday that we're still trying to figure out exactly how we're going to defend him. But even if we're in man, I don't think we're going to leave him ever. Like that, the guy that's guarding him never leaves. Like everyone else can switch, but he ain't. So it's something you got to practice. We'll get one of those like colored pennies or something in practice and put it on the other one of the other guys that we're going 5-on-5 against. So we always know where that person is, so we can work on that. Because again, with high school kids, they just need reps and they need, here's why we're doing this, here's how we do it, all that kind of stuff. So your question about the big, what was your question about the big?
Yeah. So what about this today, Coach?
Yes.
I'm going to go back to this kid.
Yep.
So let's pretend we have a guy today. I don't think they have this kind of player, but let's pretend today they have a guy. I have my athlete. I'm just going to say to the rest of the team, he's not switching. He's going to go around it. He's athletic enough that I don't even think I need to practice it. He'll just go through.
I think you do that. I think because he probably either. I mean, can this kid shoot a three off the dribble?
Yeah, the kid we played. The first half he couldn't hit nothing. The second half, not only was he driving, now he was shooting from the outside. I was like, he hit two threes in the second.
So the question is, what you have to worry about is whether you go under the screen or over the screen, and if they're really good, you got to try to step over it.
Okay.
Because then you don't want him to, turn that corner and pop. But you're the guy that's getting. If someone's getting screened, then they just got to help for a second. If he's quick enough, it's literally a millisecond. Just help for a second. Let me step over it. And then we really talk about that hand as your antenna to feel where that screen's coming from. Feel where that screen's coming from, and that will help a lot, I think.
Are you saying to hedge a little bit?
Yeah, just a little bit.
For a second, okay. Just
for a second. Because if he's a scorer, he ain't looking pass first, probably, unless he's elite.
No, we're not playing anybody like that.
No, so he's looking.
But he's good. He's good.
He's good, but he's looking to score. So that means you want to take the score away, and then very few high school kids can hit that role well and consistently, and the ones that do are pretty elite. It's a hard pass, that they're rolling to the basket. So I wouldn't even worry about that. I would help on him. So that's what I would sell is like, you're going to go over, your teammate's going to help you until you're back on him, and then the one that helped is going to go find his guy wherever he went.
Okay. So we need to work on that on practice on Wednesday.
Yep. Yeah, okay. For sure.
All right, so what
5 minutes. If he's athletic enough, it'll be 5 minutes. If he's athletic enough to get over, it'll be 5 minutes.
But here's the question: I need to teach all of them to do that, right?
You do. But only on that one guy, right? You're gonna switch on everything else. But yes, eventually you're gonna have to do the non-switching stuff. Yes, that's a longer term. That's gonna take a couple practices. They've probably played recreationally a lot. And kids don't switch much when they're playing recreationally. They're better at not switching once you kind of go through how you want to handle it. If they go to the park, and they're not switching at the park or wherever they're playing. They're fighting through those. So it's like that's that's your trigger to them. It's like, hey, we have a place called the Princeton Club, which is like this club kids go to play at. And I go, you don't switch at the Princeton Club, so this should be easy. Switch, And then when we switch, we talk about talk, touch, take. So the guys got to yell that the switch is coming, and then the two guys got to touch each other. Otherwise, they can split them, and then you take the guy. So talk, touch, take.
I'm going to write that down.
Yeah, there's a great YouTube video on it. If you just type in talk, touch, take basketball. I think it was Fran for Skella. Yeah, he did a little clip it, like a 4-minute one. I remember hearing it at a clinic maybe 15 years ago, but we try to break things down into threes so that fit into our kind of premise: talk, touch, take.
Okay. All right. And then the other question was the other one today. I think we're playing a team with a couple guys that can shoot, and they have a big. So how would you deal if we're in man? How would you deal with that?
I would double with the other two. Are they smart enough to double with the other two guys?
They could. Yeah,
that's what you just say. You say you two are sticking. It's almost like you can't put in a triangle and two. A triangle and two would be perfect.
I could. They know how. They can do it. They can do a triangle.
Yeah, so I would do. I would do the normal triangle and two, where you put two on the bottom, one on the tops. We run the other one a lot. The other one where we put one on the baseline and two at the elbow, that stops dribble penetration. But I would do the normal one with them, and then I would have the opposite bottom guy in the triangle and two double. When he gets it, double. And as soon as he gets rid of it, go back. That's an easy double.
Nice. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And then, then the bottom, then the top guy has to drop down. Does that make sense? So you have the two guys on the bottom.
Yeah, because you're leaving the high post exposed.
Yeah,
basically.
Yep. I'm giving you the high post. I'm going to give you something if I'm running a triangle and two anyway.
Yeah, I'm giving you something.
I'm giving you that. Yes. And eventually they'll find that, and then you'll have to adjust. But I'm initially giving you that. I'm taking the big boy away. And then before the game, what I would do is I would talk about, when we do this, we're doubling and digging up. Like don't reach down, because they love calling fouls on little guards when you come down. If you come up, we're going to pop some of these and go, because the big guy is going to bring the ball down. This is how you sell it to them, and they love this. So you're going to say, we're going to pop up, and you need to practice it or just even talk about in pregame. We're just going to pop up on these, and you guys will get steals and we'll get layups, because that big guy, I don't care how good he is, he's 6'7". There's going to be times when he brings it down to your side, your level. Just pop up and you'll get it. It's like trying to watch the Packers play last night, which was horrible. But they're just trying to pop that football out of their hands. The 49ers were. That's what you want to do. You're just popping that out.
Okay. This is amazing, Coach. Thank you.
No problem.
All right. So let me talk about a couple other things. I'll keep you till 8:30 or your 10:30.
10:30.
That's okay.
It's so I just want you to know I'm sitting in my office, and there's about 14 inches of snow outside my window right now. So hope you enjoy the weather today.
We're a little cool, but we don't have snow.
No snow.
Oh, cool. Got the seasons. That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. The other question. Hold on. Got a lot of questions, but turnovers. We are the last 3 out of 4 games. Actually, honestly, I would say for this season, we've been able to win 12 games and probably average 20 turnovers a game. And it's just exacerbated in the last 3 out of 4 losses, because the competition level we're in league now, it's gotten a little harder than what I'd scheduled.
Yeah.
And so any thoughts on turnovers?
So how are the turnovers happening?
I've got oh my God. Well, I didn't tell you. So my 2 starting guards were freshmen, and right now it's a freshman. I'm going to talk to one of the freshmen in about after I hang up with you, and I'm going to say, look, this dude has had meltdowns the last 2 games. He just turned 14 in November, but he's precocious. One day that dude's going to play possibly D1.
Okay.
But he's about 5'10" right now, 5'11", and he just turned 14. His dad's about 6'3".
Okay.
This dude, he's gifted. You can tell. I mean, do you do VPS analytics, value point scoring? I do,
because we do Huddle, so we have all our stats broken down.
Yeah, I got Huddle too.
Yeah.
I got Huddle. So this kid's VPS, he had a game where his VPS was a 7. Okay, but now in league, the last 3 league games, he's a 0.7. Okay, and then he has a meltdown Friday night. He goes in, he's crying on the end of the bench, and so I'm going to talk to this kid, and he was saying, "I want to play with my friends on JV. I want to play with my friends." And so I'm going to say, "Look, to me, it's about the basketball experience. This is not about. For me, it's beyond basketball. I want you to have fun. If you're not having fun up here, and you want to play JV, go down."
Right. But here's what I would say to him too, though. I would say to him, so you absolutely, if you want to do, because if you leave it to him, he probably will. But I would also word it as, okay, so I know. Hey, everybody, hope you enjoyed that podcast. Make sure you subscribe and like. Make sure you go over and check us out on YouTube, Teach Hoops on YouTube. It's a great channel, always putting new videos up there. Also, make sure you go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. Do you want to win that conference championship? Do you want to win that state championship? Do you want to win that tournament? Let me help you do that. Go over and check it out. Have a great day.